A number of political figures who have been neither elected nor appointed, but who support the president.
This is what the president means when he says, "You ain't seen nothing yet."
Also fit a certain mold.
What kind of husband goes grocery shopping with his wife?
I think there's a commonality here that I want to talk more about today.
Men shouldn't eat soup in public.
I'm going to look at them a little through a scientific lens, as well as a more subjective and impressionistic one.
Again, you're pursing your lips in anticipation.
For the purposes of this episode, let's call them the most divorced men in history.
You have to blow on it if it's too hot. It's too hot. No.
When I call them divorced guys, what do I mean? I mean that they all have the energy of the man who won't stop talking about the woman who left him.
What else is she keeping from me?
Exactly.
What else has she been lying about?
And what a monster she is.
That violates the sanctity of our marriage.
With the clear implication that her mistreatment of him was entirely undeserved.
That's the same thing as having an affair.
We have several examples of this in the right-wing influencer universe.
Jesse Waters, Fox News golden boy, married his first wife, Noelle Inguaggiato, in 2009, and together they had twin daughters.
In some cases, as with incels, the guys haven't even been abandoned yet.
This man decided to pull a classic Fox News movie, having an affair with a much younger staffer. Emma Digivine, a 25-year-old associate producer working on his show.
They just speak out about restricting the rights of all women as if the other sex has already betrayed them right out of the gate.
When I was trying to get Emma to date me, first thing I did, let the air out of her tires. She couldn't go anywhere. She needed a lift. I said, "Hey, you need a lift?" She hopped right in the car.
In other cases, as represented by Andrew Tate, the men advocate the active physical and psychological abuse of women as a group as a means to power in a physical hierarchy in which men are supposed to dominate by default.
Does she know this story?
No, she doesn't know the story.
But the heart of divorced guy syndrome in the U.S. today...
You're basically the Zodiac killer.
It has a happy ending.
Really?
Yes, we're married. Did you really do that?
Is that the first time you did it, or did you use that before?
It works like a charm.
is the Trump administration.
Very aggressive.
I mean that metaphorically, in which we see variations on divorced guy energy in podcasters blaming women.
It's interesting because the fight moves now, in my opinion, to take on feminism once and for all.
Or talking about restricting their rights.
And that's the next great battle.
But I also mean it literally.
Days into his presidency, Trump has already made anti-abortion moves. He pardoned 23 militant activists who had been convicted for illegally blockading medical clinics, in some cases committing violent acts. And on Friday, he signed an order reinstating the so-called global gag rule.
The administration itself is filled with people who have had literal and often bitter divorces and who seem to be tapping into some kind of primordial hatred of women that fuels their current work.